What if I were to tell you guys that the Earth was flat? Would you guys believe me? Before we get into today's video, I want to address something directly to Blizzard. How and why is Earthen Paladin a thing? I just don't understand the point of this archetype, and I have this video and another video that will be coming out hopefully tomorrow that will give, essentially my takes on what I believe Earthen Paladin can produce. But if you want my honest opinion, I think this is the worst archetype that we have seen in quite some time. Earthen Paladin is just one of those, archetypes where even though they buffed it, it still doesn't really feel like there's a lot going for this archetype because there's only, 6, maybe 7 cards that you can put into this archetype that actually fully support it, and it doesn't feel like it belongs in anything whatsoever. So the cards that I'm talking about are, of course, the Stoneheart King, the Disciple of Amethyst, Tears, which I think can be a good card down the line, but to be honest, I just don't see it being that good in something like Earthen Paladin, because it is really cool that when you bring back a bunch of the golems, they come back as a 2/2, and then you resurrect them, and then they get their stat buff, so they're not just a 2/2, they become a 6/6 and 8/8 or whatever. And the same thing happens with Tears, or I'm sorry, the same thing happens with Tyr himself. When you resurrect a 2-attack minion and it's the golem comes back as a 2/2, but then it gets all the buffs from the other golems. So it's just I understand what they're trying to do with this archetype, but it just feels so weak to me, man. And it's I'm playing okay, so I saw this deck on my Twitter, so we're playing an aggressive version of this deck that runs this Victorious Vike rule. I don't know if I pronounced this correctly, I really don't know, but regardless, we've tried to make this deck work with some of these neutral cards, because if you guys watch my streams, you know how much I hate Pure Paladin. And just to go ahead and catch people up in case you don't know why I hate Pure Paladin, the reason that I despise Pure Paladin is because my biggest issue is, what is the reason for us to run non-Pure Paladin decks when these cards are so good that the deck is just automatically weaker for not running them? And this has kind of been my issue with Paladin, why I haven't really been playing the archetype, is because the new cards that we've been given don't feel that good. They feel extremely slow, extremely weak, and you could fit them into a Pure Paladin deck, but they're just not that good. And there's also a card called Crusader Aura that completely disincentivizes us from being able to play a slow game plan. We want to flood the board, we want to get as many minions on the field, so that way we can play our Bloodlust for 3 turns. So it's just Paladin feels like it has cards that are really powerful, but then it has this opposite problem where it's some cards are just significantly weaker, and it's just, I don't want to play these cards because they feel so bad and so slow. But yet, here I am making an entire video about this, and I tried this in 2 different archetypes, this being the aggro version and the other one being a control version, and even players like Brian Kibler are trying to make this archetype work, and both of us are sitting at some pretty bad legend ranks right now. I'm not gonna say that, oh god, look away. I'm not going to say that this is the deck that I threw my ranks with, because I've been playing a lot of different archetypes as of recently in order to farm content, but oh my freaking god, this is just the worst archetype that I have played in quite some time, man. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that, oh man, this deck could be good if you queue it into a warrior, or if you get that one good matchup. No, this deck is just bad, okay? It is just awful. I don't see anyone singing the praises of Earthen Paladin anymore. There is one deck that I will be showing in a future video that maybe looked like it had some promise, but it's just, this archetype just is so clunky and doesn't work and is way too slow, because by the time that you've played your second Jade Golem, you're already dead by the aggro deck, and the warriors already played their Odin. So it's what are you supposed to do? So this is kind of what I'm trying to say to Blizzard, is that if you're gonna make Pure Paladin a thing, we need a reason to play these other archetypes, because Control Paladin is completely dead, Big Paladin is a joke, Earthen Paladin, I've spent this entire video talking about how bad Earthen Paladin is, and there's just no other Paladin archetype outside of pure aggro Paladin, or pure Paladin with maybe a little bit of a mid-range swing to it, that actually feels good. But those archetypes are so powerful that Paladin is still number 2 on HS Replay right now. But if you look at every other Paladin archetype, they are dying, man. It is, and this is coming from somebody that has a Paladin as their second or third most win with class in this game, so it's like I want to be able to enjoy the fun Paladin decks, but as long as these peer cards are in the rotation, there is absolutely no reason for us to mess with cards, or to mess with neutral cards in Paladin. There's just really no reason, and yeah, that's really all I have to say about Paladin. It makes me sad that I can't play one of my most favorite classes in Hearthstone. But in the clips coming up ahead, it was actually surprising how well this deck did in the early game, but I have to go ahead and spoil something for you. It wasn't just because the Earthen cards were carrying us, no, it was because of the aggro package. I was playing a lot of cards and getting onto the board. I think Kitori Lightblade ended up getting some pretty good highlights as well, but that's just kind of the problem that I'm cementing here, man. All of the cards that were good in this deck are good in Pure Paladin, and are the reasons why Pure Paladin is so good right now, so I'm just completely torn. And I'll tell you right now, Ignis the Eternal Flame probably doesn't deserve a spot in this deck, and it's the main reason why we do run some of these other Forge cards in the deck, but I don't know. This was something that I saw on my Discord, so if you guys want to post some deck ideas that maybe you want to see turned into a video, go ahead and check out the Discord in the description below, because we'd love to have you, and we'd love to see what kind of archetypes that you're cooking up in the kitchen, because goddamn, if you can make Earthen Paladin into a good deck, then you are a Hearthstone innovator, and you deserve a freaking medal. But for the time being, if you are wondering if Earthen Paladin is the way to go, no. I call it Flat Earth Paladin for a reason, because you have to be on some kind of major copium in order to turn this deck into anything that isn't just a meme. But don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this conspiracy theory video, and we'll see you for the next one. I guess the Hunter, do I even want to keep this? I gotta go all in for aggression. So, like, I need to find my, my 3-drop. Now, that's not a hand. I would have rather kept the other cards. Jade is prettier, cooler, and better. Jade is just superior in every single way. This deck is Flat Earth. Jades are sophisticated scientists. I also won a game against Control by playing Tony in the Draw 6. It was super fun. Yeah, like, that's the way to do that. And you also can't silence Jades. Yeah, I know, right? Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're actually, we've got the board now. Feels okay, man. That was a pretty good Yogg. Yeah, I mean, I don't get good Yoggs, but my opponents always do. There's no way that's Explosive Trap, right? Okay, good. Why isn't Crusader Aura in this deck?
After I'm done.
I feel like Crusader Aura should 100% be in a deck like this. I think they only run Hidden Meaning and Cat Trick. You were saying? You were saying? Yeah, they only hard run the Hidden Meaning and the Cat Trick. Some of them run Bait and Switch, but I feel like that's bait. I definitely feel like that's bait. It's super hard to believe nowadays. I mean, who am I supposed to believe? All scientists on Earth are a YouTuber. Bro, the YouTuber has more connections and knows more people. Clearly, it's the YouTuber. Clearly, it's the YouTuber.
For the Peacekeeper!
Is that Bait and Switch? Really?
For the Peacekeeper! Repent!
Really? Those are not at all what I was
Even
expecting.
I will acknowledge that.
I have ascended in her name.
I don't have a reason to play the Kitori. If he has any way of dealing with this, it just gets traded into, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do this. The minions are nice, but, like, this isn't winning the game. I guess Arcane Hunter, like, it does feel kind of good, though. I wish I could, dude, I just really wish I could have just gone face after all of that, but at the same time, you would have played a minion. Oh, wait, what? That was it. I can deal with that. Wait, how many 1-drops are in the deck? I don't think I have any more 1-drops. I only have the Sanguine left. But it does have Divine Shield and Taunt. It does spend mana.
Our story, tragic. Our redemption, divine.
And now if I could throw in a Garden's Grace, this works really well. I mean, I'm literally just playing aggro Paladin right now. Which is essentially just the worst pure Paladin. I know, right? He's so nice. He gave me minions. Damn, bro. Maybe I should have held on to it and just hero powered instead. Yeah, because I should have held on to it. Yeah, I really wish I would have saved it, man, because then I would have 2 really big minions. That was a big mistake on my part.
Challenge awaits. Your challenge awaits.
And now he gets the 3/3s, but it really doesn't matter. Hold on a minute. Does this feel good? This feels good, dude. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, lordy lord. Dude, this is winning. Dude, this is like actually winning right now. Cause I got this into this. Wait, I think I can make this deck better. I said a hot take I'm sure you're 100% disagree with. I prefer Control Priest versus any aggro deck to play against. I completely disagree with that. Like, hey Clark, I'm gonna say something you disagree with. Says opinion. Yeah, I disagree with that. The reason why I disagree with that is because with Control Priest, there's only so many ways of being able to play around things. Yeah, there we go. But with aggro decks telegraph themselves a lot more, and you can expect things. Like, Control Priest has an answer for everything. It feels like you can't possibly play around everything with Control Priest unless you're playing a combo, but even combo decks can falter, right? I do run tiers, but it's like at the same time, it's like, how good is it actually? Because I got, like, you know, Protector and, like, Soldier. These could also get revived. I really don't want those cards getting revived in particular. Like, case in point, dude, like, it disenergizes here. But it's mostly in here because of the Stoneheart King, the Disciple. Those are the only Earthen cards, right? There's not another one, right? Yeah, how are we gonna make an archetype out of 4 cards? Like, yeah, we could bring them back, but if you don't get... Like, this is why this archetype just doesn't work, right? You can't make an archetype out of 4 cards.
I see you brought
Not like this. Like, it's different if you make, like, a Shutterwalk effect. Where all your battle cries support the Shutterwalk. But I don't know, man. I mean, I've won 1 game with this so far.
The living drop all kinds of things.
Ooh. I kind of have to do this, right?
Our redemption divine.
My top deck a 1-drop. Obviously, this is insane with Hand of a Doll. But I have to just tempo the Kitori here. Also summons Earthens, which then gain the buff. That is true. But if you muck it up with a whole bunch of, you know, minions in the pool, then it gets a little bit harder. The Leadrin works perfectly with the 2/2s because you can run a bunch of buffs. Yeah, we already got the Leadrin in here.
I have been chosen by fate.
I really don't know how good these cards are, but I mean, it feels pretty good. Just more minions that gives us more stuff. It is also like an early game card that doesn't interfere with this. Origin, okay. Leadrin makes it so you won't summon the Earthen dude from tier. 50-50. I guess that is also true.
For the Peacekeeper!
Maybe it was better for me to return this instead. But I wasn't expecting explosive and freezing. This is different minions.
The light dims, but we fight.
For being honest, I just want to play this card in order to discount the Garden's Grace.
I have been chosen by Amethyst herself!
This is a Hound Hunter. I maybe should have put this over here to protect the Kitori. Alright. This is just the play to make, dude.
The light dims.
Because now I have Garden's Grace available. And I can even, like, do this again. Which feels really bad, but I mean, I keep getting taunts. This is definitely Hound Hunter, so it's like, what the hell's going on here, man? Tears into Garden's Grace is just gonna slap. I feel like we want a Feast and Famine in this deck, right? What do I even cut? How good is Ignis really? That's like the big question here. How good is Ignis really?
The living drop all kinds of things.
These could be good. I don't want to just make this into like a pure Paladin, but I mean...
Repent!
The light dims, but we
Oh wait, fucking Order. Order Lul. Doesn't matter. I'm just too good at the game. Literally doesn't matter.
Repent!
Astounding.
Yeah, I'm big dumb, but it's fine. And big dummy. Play around Hidden Meaning because it's the only card that he would pick here, right? I mean, hey, dude, that's 2-0. the more aggressive version of Earthen Paladin, but I'm not even winning with the Earthen card, so I can't even call this Earthen Paladin. This is just Aggro Paladin. Guard's Grace is still kind of good, though. I think I have to come to that realization. Every single time I see it, I'm like, why? But I mean, it's working here, dude. I literally played Tears to bring back a friggin' Righteous Protector.
None can stand against Tenjo.
Yeah, it's GG, bro. Katori just solos. Am I sleepy? I'm always sleepy. I don't sleep well, unfortunately. Like, I try to wake up early in the morning, at least somewhat early in the morning. This is just selling me on aggro pure paladin still being very playable, and if I guess if you want to put the Earthen cards for late game, you can, but this deck is just super consistent. Granted, we did go up against 2 hunters and just slap their shit, but still, dude. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think Kibler's playing Earthen Paladin as well. He started his stream playing Earthen Paladin, but I'm gonna catch him by surprise. Do I even want the Liadrin in my hand? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the Liadrin because I want to find like Boogie Downs and
Maybe I shouldn't be keeping this considering I have the treasure guards now. Basically, I was just like, I want something to do.
Here's not that bad, I guess. It's another match against Kibler, dude. Which one of us is the bigger flat earther? That's the big question here.
What?
Holy light.
How flashy.
Okay. Can't say I was expecting that.
How flashy.
How flashy indeed. I'm the flashiest gamer you've ever met.
For the Peacekeeper! I have ascended in her name.
Alright, so we're definitely taking over the board here. If he's a slower Earthen deck, then we kind of take advantage of it. Whoa, what? That was not a card I was expecting.
Easier to draw blood.
Rise to the warmth of the sun. Sunset.
A King of Kings, oh my god. Talk about some king pulls here, dude. Oh, wait a minute, why did I do it this way? Wait, I forgot, this literally gives me a 1-drop. I am big dumb. I could have just literally gone for the 1-drop, but I was just focusing on my hand. But it's still good that I got this card, though.
For the Peacekeeper! Your challenge for the peace!
I'll go ahead and keep the value going. It might be a little bit unnecessary. Ignis in this deck? Yeah, I'm aware Ignis is in this deck, but at the same time, this deck has barely any draw. I just want to outboard the other Paladin. Okay.
Huh. I mean, they got a 2-3 in hand?
Do I go wide or do I go tall? I think I'd definitely just do this because then this just starts getting better, right?
Okay. Working all the angles. I feel like I should just play this too.
Mother, we seek your counsel.
I will put you in a garret. Sunset.
He has heard our plea.
Tier could be pretty powerful, though. All I do is, like, bring back a Golem, and I bring back, potentially, the King. Maybe I wait until this card dies before doing that.
Am I just gonna pyro quality them here? I think so.
Kibler is not gonna like my next turn. What is this song again? It's called Red Right Hand by the Bad Seeds. Talk about some curve, though, dude. We're kind of getting, like, the nuts here. Oh my god, that works! Oh my, because that's right, this summon has a 2-2. Oh, dude! Oh, imagine if it's summon the 3 first, because it's summon the 2 first. Oh, dude. Oh, I just learned an interaction today.
So there is the major awkwardness. Oh, that's funny. It got the Divine Shield because of that. Like, I can Anachronos, But there's like the massive, massive awkwardness. These just come back bigger next time. Yeah, it's interesting. This gets summoned, gets the divine shield, and then works with this, which is kind of cool. I don't think I have any real. I think I have to kill this, and then an Acronos.
Wait a minute, no! Yes!
Evil will be purged.
I have ascended in her name.
Yes! Very good, yes. Very nice. Alright, they gotta hold on to a durability.
Mother, we seek your counsel.
We're putting Liadrin in the deck. I don't know what Liadrin you're talking about. Oh, the Blood Matriarch. I think the Blood Matriarch Liadrin is bad in the way that my deck is built because it interferes. It interferes with my
A red sun rises.
with my res effects.
I have been chosen by challenge.
Alright, did I win in bowling? I was pretty good. Wait a minute, what?
Seek your counsel.
But yeah, the problem is now everything is back from. And they're huge.
Seek your counsel.
And I don't have any way to deal with them. You know, he had like basically just the king into Amidas into tier, and we had a clear. But we used them the Amidas, and then tier got us.
Holy light.
That... It is summoned! Thank you! Thank you, Kibler! I am learning so much about Earthen Golems right now.
The more you struggle, the better.
Nope, we die.
You'll win, friend. I can see.
The more you struggle.
Nerubian Vizier. Wait, are these undead? What are the undeads in this deck? There's just Wild Pyro. Oh my lord, man. What happened? Okay, what happened? He played Anachronos and it hit my Earthen Golems, right? The minions come back after 2 turns. The Golems are apparently re-summoned, so when they get summoned, they have their original stats that they disappeared with, but then they get an additional buff because of Anachronos, like, re-summoning them, essentially. I did not know that. I can confidently say I did not know that.